Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September edition of the EPALE Newscast. The summer vacations have now finished and a new academic year is beginning, and I hope you are feeling inspired and energized. Let's kick off with a roundup of some news from the EU. We have a save the date for you. The Erasmus Days will take place on the 14th to the 19th of October 2024. Jump onto the website and register your event so you can be part of the celebrations. Now, are you looking for skills partnerships in your region? The EU Pact for Skills website has a new page dedicated to all of the regional skills partnerships. And there you can discover how the EU is driving skills developments in your region and across Europe, creating a bigger local impact. This year, again, we saw record temperatures and extreme weather events across Europe and around the world. So we really need to tackle climate change. And this starts with awareness. So, do you have an inspiring project on green education? The European Commission is collecting good practices on education for the Climate Day on the 28th of November. Check out the call and apply as soon as possible. Turning now to our own EPALE community, we have hit a new milestone. This summer, the EPALE website hit 150,000 registered users. Congratulations to all of you for being part of this thriving community. So, who is the new user number 150,000? It is Ulrich Wirth from Germany. And we wanted to find out a little bit more about Ulrich. So head over to the EPALE website to read his interview and find out why he joined. We know that adult education and learning can help people to make progress in their jobs and or improve their life situation. But there are still many challenges to overcome, and these can be really hard for individuals to manage. We have a great blog post on poverty and prejudice that's written by our own expert, Gina Ebner, which describes this landscape really well. We also know that adult learning spaces are powerful catalysts for community development and social change. Adult learners often become active participants in their own communities, contributing to social cohesion and collective well-being. This is very nicely described in a blog post by Angeliki Giannakopoulou entitled Learner's Voice and Our Need to Build Communities. And now, drum roll please. Let's have a preview of the upcoming EPALE Community Conference. It will take place on the 15th, 16th, and 17th of October, and it will be totally online, so you can access it. I will personally be in Bologna for the live broadcast, which will also feature a national side event organised by the Italian National Support Service. And on the 15th of October, EPALE will be celebrating its community heroes from all over Europe with a special lecture and a creative activity. How do you become a community hero, you might ask? Well, that's pretty simple. You need to get active on the EPALE website. So share your content, upload what you've been doing, talk about your achievements and maybe your challenges. To start the engines for the conference, we have a special treat for you. 1 week before the conference, we are hosting something called a reverse book club. I hope that sounds intriguing. What is it about? Well, you need to register for the workshop and you'll find out. The EPALE Community Book Club, called The Transformative Power of Education, is open access and free, and it will be held on the 8th of October at 10 a.m. Central European Time. I hope to see you there. Now, today's webcast features contributions from Italy and Belgium. Let me introduce Marco Cicchinato from the Belgian French-speaking National Support Service. Marco, you are holding an event called Let's Twist. Do you aim to get us all up and dancing?
Why not? Would you like to be my date, Tamsin?
I'd love to.
Well, more seriously, this event is about the underrepresentation of women in the STEM field, STEM for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Today, it is estimated that around 1 or 4 STEM graduates in Europe are women. So it's still largely a male-dominated field. Despite the progress made, cultural, social, and professional barriers have long obstructed their equal and active participation in these important sectors of the global European economy. This topic is also highly related to one of the three EPALE thematic focuses, upskilling and reskilling for the digital transition, and will take place the 15th of October in Brussels.
That sounds great. Has there been a lot of interest in the event? Many people signed up, and what do you hope to achieve with it?
Yeah, because studies and researches have repeatedly shown that the presence of women in these fields is crucial to stimulating innovation, but also scientific and technological progress. So, yes, there is a big interest in it. And what we hope to achieve is related to the title of the event. TWIST is the acronym for Take Women in STEM, because we want to raise the profile of women working in these sectors and to put them in the spotlight. Twist because we want to modestly change things and break down stereotypes, and twist to inspire a flurry of vocation for the next generations.
That sounds fantastic. Can you just tell us a little bit about the program of the event?
Yeah, the evening will feature three highlights, including the screening of a documentary co-directed by the Belgian journalist Safia Kessas and entitled Free Electrons, Women in Science Changing Our Lives. Then we'll have the chance to listen to the inspiring voices of women active in STEMs as professional or still studying during a roundtable that will try to understand why women are underrepresented in these fields and how to tackle it. And finally, to round off the evening, we will be presenting the protagonist of a role modeling campaign to be launched after the event, featuring remarkable portraits of women from this particular field.
That sounds like a really great event, and good luck with that.
Thank you.
Now, turning to Italy, where the National Support Service is organising an event on fostering critical thinking in adult education. Welcome to Lorenza Venturi, who will give us some background. Lorenza, can you tell us why did you choose this topic and what will people learn about?
Yes, Tamsin, we chose this topic because we feel it's absolutely urgent. In an era dominated by fake news and manipulated reality such as ours, stimulating critical thinking, offering a tool to understand reality to young students as well as to adult learners is of paramount importance. Recently, we have discovered this very interesting approach called PATS, which is being developed and tested in our institution, Indire, and we have decided to offer it to the EPALE community the possibility to get acquainted with it. It's based on a philosophical approach, but it's not notion-driven or static. On the contrary, it is very dynamic and stimulating and even funny and entertaining. With PATS, philosophy becomes like a toolbox that helps our mind avoid cognitive traps and biases. And it offers various teaching tools such as PATS per parole, based on the analysis of words and their thematic areas. In practice, by deepening the connection with the concepts and their historical references, we learn to do philosophy, to disassemble reality to better understand the world around us and the everyday news. And then there's also Plato, based on artificial intelligence that allows students to question the famous Greek philosopher and develop the ability to ask questions. And in a world full of uncertainties, asking questions is more important than ever, we think.
Absolutely. That sounds really interesting. Can you tell us, who can participate and how do they do that?
Yes, during the workshop on October 15th, thanks to the collaboration with the Indire's researchers and READUP, the network of formal adult education schools in Italy, participants will be able to learn about this educational approach together with the students and teachers who tested these activities in Bologna in the Aldini Valeriani Institute at the beginning of October. We will focus on words linked to the theme of the first day of the EPALE Community Conference, namely upskilling and reskilling for the digital transition. So PATS will therefore offer the opportunity to discuss, explore and reflect on words related to digital technologies, virtual communication, artificial intelligence and the use of media. Complete documentation on PATS will be provided to promote the adoption of this educational model in the adult education sector, not only formal, but also informal and non-formal. So teachers at adult schools are invited to register using the link published on the Italian EPALE homepage. And we are just now opening registration. And for any question, you can contact the EPALE help desk, epale@indire.it.
Excellent. Thank you very much, both to Marco and Lorenza, for joining us today and giving us just a little insight of the amazing range of things that are being done by the different national support services across Europe. And of course, they will all be featured during the EPALE Community Conference live that's happening next month. And there'll be, as usual, central information that we're all doing, and then lots of different activities to take place in your country, in your language. So it's going to be a really fantastic festival of activities. And as usual, what you can expect at the EPALE Community Conference is loads of great speakers, interesting debates, and opportunities to network and engage. The agenda will be revealed on the EPALE website in the next couple of days. So do remember to regularly go on and refresh it so you can find out and you can plan what you want to do for those 3 days, because it's going to be exciting and lots of things to do. So keep some space in your agenda. So thank you very much for joining us all, and goodbye from Brussels, and see you at the Community Conference.